For more on that and the U.S. response to the war in Ukraine, we're joined now by Republican Senator from North Dakota and member of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources and Appropriations Committees, John Hoeven. Senator, I want to get to that phone call, the Zoom you had with President Zelensky, but just quickly, you may have just heard that report from our colleague Christina Coleman, an American female basketball player being detained now in Russia. Your reaction?
Well, it's a concern. And as you know, right now, there's a plane flying from Russia to the United States. They want to pick up their diplomats and take them home. They better be very careful about how they treat any of our citizens over there, because we have their citizens here. And so it's a concern, and we're going to watch it very closely and hold them accountable.
Senator Hoeven, tell me about the Zoom call you were on with President Zelensky.
Yeah, we were on the call with him for about an hour. Again, a strong leader, the right person at the right time. He talked about, what's going on there. And it's not just the war that the Russians are inflicting on the Ukrainian military. He talked about the civilian casualties, which is terrible, horrific. And, of course, he talked about how the Ukrainians are fighting back valiantly, talked about their need for military assistance, for more military aid, lethal weapons, which we're providing. And at the same time, of course, we talked about sanctions and how we need to cut off completely Russia's ability to sell energy, which is our only source of income. So it was about an hour long, went through a lot of things. But, again, he is showing strong leadership, and the Ukrainian people are fighting back and showing, they're amazing. They're just showing incredible strength and resolve in very, very difficult terrible circumstances.
Senator, you say he mentioned the sanctions. We just in the previous segment had a member of parliament who said perhaps better late than never, but she was critical that the Biden administration didn't enforce the sanctions earlier. Did you get a sense from President Zelensky that it was a mistake, perhaps even, to have not taken this harsh line sooner?
He's careful to be thankful for the assistance he's getting, and of course he wants more. But I can tell you, clearly the administration has been behind all along in the sanctions, and they still are. They need to fully implement these sanctions. For example, on buying Russian oil. I mean, you can still buy Russian oil, this country and other places. We have to fully sanction that and stop that, not just in the United States, but globally. That's Putin's only source of income. And at the same time, we put full-blown sanctions in place, fully put them in place, and they should have been in place already. We need to take the handcuffs off our ability to produce more energy here at home, not only for our own people to get at the inflation problem, but so that we can supply that energy, that oil and gas, to Europe and our allies, and again, isolate Russia globally with all of our allies.
Senator, why won't President Biden cut off Russian oil when you have even Speaker Pelosi and other Democrats that are supporting the cutting off of the Russian oil?
It doesn't, Griff, it doesn't make any sense. And that's why we continue to push. We have legislation to do it. We're continuing to speak out about it. I think the push from the American people, and what you're seeing in prices at the pump, almost $4, across the country here, $4 a gallon, the need to help our allies. I think this push continues. And I just hope and believe, I got to believe we're going to get it done. But, you didn't hear anything about it at the State of the Union. The Biden administration needs to change direction on this, and we need to get going on producing as much oil and gas as we can, again, for our folks here at home and our allies.
So in terms of independence, U.S. independence from Russian oil, is the clock ticking? Are we losing valuable time right now?
Of course we are. I sponsored legislation to pass the Keystone XL pipeline years ago. That would be in place now, providing 870,000 barrels a day. So, I mean,
in just in the last 10 seconds, I'm out of time, but the aid package,
तेरे नाले लाई तेरी संग देख के बदली ना दुनिया दे रंग देख के तेरे नाले लाई तेरी संग देख के बदली ना दुनिया दे रंग देख के ਮਿਰਜ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬੁੱਕਲ ਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਫਨਾ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨੀ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਂ